Hello guys, how you all doing? I'm good myself, and as always, today is Sunday. I want us to go through some charts and prepare for the coming week. So today I want to do things slightly different. So I want to try analyzing on what do you call this? Barking into on a trading view. Yes, on trading view. So I'm going to start with gold. So remember we analyzed it. I think it was one Wednesday where we were looking for trades to the upside, but it just violated that level. It never even gave us any reasons to go long. Just went past that level, but we are still very much inside the monthly area of support, as you can see here. And for those ones who were interested, they are interested in the paid mentorship. I'm busy putting together a lesson plan, and like I already mentioned, I just wanted 7 people. So for those who said they are interested, I will just reply you with my Telegram number, and then you will just text me, and then we'll take it from there. So here, just make sure that you stick with me throughout so that I show you what to expect from gold this week. All right, let's get started. As always, we always start at the top, which is the monthly chart. And if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon. So on monthly, we still have the very same sort of analysis like we had last week. In terms of the structure on monthly, we're still the same, because the monthly is a way bigger time frame, so it will take a very long time for the structure to change. So here we can see that the price is currently inside the monthly support, and then the monthly resistance is up there. So when you hit the higher time frame area, we look for trades to the upside, and then when you get there, we look for the trades to the downside. So that's what we are currently looking for, which are reasons to go long inside this area, so that we are hoping the price will start to push up. But remember, it can still break, but that's on monthly. On smaller time frames, you can get trades to the upside, and then before it breaks, because remember, this structure, it takes a very long time for it to change. So let's get to weekly and see how the structure looks that side. So on weekly, this is what we have. So on weekly, the weekly area of support is this one that we drew it. When was it? I think about a month back, or when we started with this channel. We've been talking about this level over and over again, and then the price did come and test it here, and then it went up. We were hoping that it will go up until at least this level, which is the weekly area of resistance. Remember, as always, I always tell you that when you're analyzing, if you want to make things easier for yourself, always mark the level above and the level below, so that you know that the price seems like it's trying to run from to move from this area, and then trying to reach for that area. So here we had this one, and then this is the area of support, and then the price tried to go up, and then the highest it reached was here, and then it came back. And there's another thing that I want to show you here, so that we can try and update our drawing, right? So this is what I want to show you. If you check the price when it came here, it reached that point, this point here. And now if you compare this point with what is happening on this side, you'll realize that this seems like it's a lower low, even though it's a very small lower low, but we did go lower than that. Let me show you on maybe let's do it on daily. I'll show you here. You might not see what I'm talking about, but we did go lower than that. If you check this price here, compare it with what is happening here, we have a lower low, right? So which means on weekly, because of that lower low, the drawing now, it has to shift and come here as the opposing structure, because we have a lower low. Because remember, we are saying that when the price is moving, and then it goes up, it comes back. Let me try and draw it with what when the price is going up, and then it moves up again. If it moves up and make a higher high like that, if it makes a higher high, automatically the area that it leaves here at the swing, it's your area of what? Your area of support, this one here. So that's the same thing that we are having currently with when we made the lower low. We went up, and then we made a high. Then if we make a lower low, that is a swing. So that's the new area of what? Of resistance. And when we have a lower low, it means we must put our trend line. So the weekly trend line is here. the weekly trend line is there. All right, so it means now the profit margin, this gap that we have, is just from here. We need to be mindful of that. So the space is very limited now, so we are fighting. So it's the game on between the fight between the area of support and the area of resistance. At some point one of them has to be broken. And remember, as the price is moving sideways, is moving to the side, the area is becoming narrower and narrower because of this bearish trend line. So either this has to be taken out or this has to be taken out, but we'll see. So let's just make this appear also on daily, so that when you're going to daily, it does appear, so that when you go to daily, we'll see where that trend line is at. And then even this opposing structure, let's add it to daily. Okay, it's also on daily. So now let's move down to daily. You must always keep these structures in your head. You know that on monthly we are inside the monthly area of support, and then on weekly we are inside the weekly area of support. But the negative thing is that the area of support, remember, we're always interested more in the first touch. So this is the second touch, or it's even a third touch, because the area was formed here, the price came back here and touched it, and then it came again here and touched it, and then it went up and have a bar above. Now it's coming and touching it again. And what do we know about areas or structures like a trend line or support and resistance? We know that the more it gets tested, the weaker it gets. So meaning that we might even break this, but it's not yet broken. We don't predict such. We wait for it to be broken. If it wants to be broken, then we will act on that. So until it gets broken, we will look for trades in the upside, because we are now at the support. So until the support gets broken, we are not going to predict that it's going to be broken. Okay, so let's go to daily and see what's happening on daily. So now we are on daily. So on daily, what you can see is that this one here is the trend line that we drew on weekly. Okay, we can remove it, and then this zone is that weekly area of resistance that we also drew that side. So what you need to do, let's just put it like this, so that we don't have a lot of stuff on our chart. So we can just put a horizontal line around where that area starts, right? And then delete this, so that we know that from here until the highest point, that's our weekly area. So now this one here, this horizontal one here, this is, I can remember, the big one is our weekly area of support. But because now we are on daily, we still need to mark a daily area of support, which is the one that we marked with this horizontal line, this area here, which is a daily area of support that is found inside a weekly area of support. So currently we can see that the price has entered the weekly area of support and penetrated it a bit and went down to enter the daily area of support that is found inside the weekly area of support, which means we had reasons to go long there if you got anything like that. And on daily, we do have a lower low. We did have like a swing here, and then we came back and went lower than that swing, which means this is our daily trend line. So let's keep it here, so that you can see now the price is about to approach that is approaching that daily trend line. So let's leave it like that, so that even when you're going to H4, it must appear, so that we know exactly where it's at. So we can see that everything is still giving us that bullishness vibe. So we're still looking for reasons to go long. So let's check what's happening on H4. So you must be able to connect all these dots, or connect all these time frames that you are trading, so that you know that from this time frame, this is what I saw, and then on this one, this is what I saw, so that when you come with your conclusion, you know that, okay, based on all of this, I can now decide to take a trade like this. So this is how our H4 chart looks like. So this trend line here, this is the daily trend line, and this one here, this is the H4 trend line. Why? Because we had a low here, and then went up, formed another high, which is lower high, and then we went down and formed a lower low. So that's why on H4 the trend line looks like that. And this one here, it's the nearest area of resistance. So if you had said the price went down and dipped inside there, this is H4 area of support. I scrolled all the way back to, let me show you which area I used to draw it, which is the same. I just picked a level that is inside the bigger zone. Remember, we are trading the weekly zone, but it's too big. It's too big. You can't trade the weekly zone, the entire zone. I mean, you can't do that. So you can see here, the weekly zone, it goes up until there. If I can show you, it goes up until there, somewhere here, but it's around the same level. So I just looked for a nice H4 level inside that weekly, inside that daily, if you still remember. So I had to pick this one. So now with that one being selected, when you check into the side, you can see the price went down and dipped and entered that H4 level, which was a good area to go long. When you're going long, where are you targeting? You're targeting what? The opposing structure, which is this, and you can see the price is approaching that. But again, the opposing structure, the price is approaching a H4 bearish trend line and also the H4 barking resistance. So you can see that if you had reasons to buy there, then this is where you're going to exit, because you can see there's too much resistance. I mean, the price is going to struggle to break this H4 resistance. It's going to struggle to break this H4 bearish trend line. It can break that play here, but it's still not yet over, because it can still struggle to break this daily trend line. So there's too much force to the downside, even though everything is saying we must go up. But we just hope that in the next maybe 2 days after the market has opened, the candlesticks on H4 that's gonna form, maybe it can break so that it plays there, so that that if you want to go long, at least you have eliminated some resistance areas from your thing, so that you don't struggle when you're going up. And lastly, if you decide to go all the way down, maybe let's say you include H1 as your one of your time frames that you're trading. Look at what we have here. The price, it went down, right? When it went down, it touched this. Remember, this is the H4 area of support. This one is the H4 area of support. The price entered there and it gave you a pin bar. Oh, okay. The price entered there and it gave you another pin bar. You see, that's where you would have, maybe if someone was strong enough, you go there with your instant order, or you are skeptical, you place your buy stop above the pin bar. Why? Because this pin bar is not like any other pin bar. It's not like this pin bar here. Why? Because remember, we said we only entertain those pin bars that form, or those reversal signs that form around a key significant area. So those rejections, we know that the price is being rejected from H4 level, which is inside the daily level, which is inside the weekly level, and all of them, they are support levels. So which means they are all giving us the positive vibe to go up. You see, that's where you would have executed there. But if you executed on H1, you see why I don't like going too low in terms of the time frames, because when you're executing here, the next opposing structure should be this. Should be this here. This is where you would have been, this is the next opposing structure. The H4 nearest resistance was there. So maybe when the price hit there, you were going to break even or whatever, but you don't yet have 2:1, you see. So unless if you're strong enough to just use H1 to enter, but say I'm entering the H4, because remember, when I was on H4, I didn't have any areas to exit there, which means what? The H4 was the perfect time frame for you to do your thing, because of what you can see, the nearest one is up there. At least the profit margin, it's enough, right? So that's how you enter, good people. The key thing, or the important thing that you need to be good at, or that you must strive to master, which is what I always preach, and is the thing of being able to identify key levels, key areas on your time frame, so that you know that these are the areas that every time price enters here, this is where I will be looking for reasons to execute. Until the price gets here, I don't have reasons to execute. I don't have, why must I enter if I can't just enter in the middle of nowhere. It's like me saying that the thing is now going up. I can see this nice candlestick to the upside, but then I just go and buy here. Why would I do that? If you analyze and identify your key structures, you'll know that the price is hitting your opposing structure. So you just want to buy and fight all of that, and hope for the best that it will break. It can break, you can win your trade. But if you continue like that, no, man, you can see that no, this thing, as much as it's trying to go up, but there's too much resistance, which is why if I bought from there, when it gets here, I don't have to predict that it's going to be broken. That's where you have to exit. That's why you have to exit. Let the market fight the resistance and the trend line, but you must just stay out. You see? Then if it breaks, then that's when you'll be like, oh, now let me mark the area of support. If let's say the price right where it is, the next candlestick becomes maybe red, and then from there continues with the bullish candlesticks. It means of what? It means we will have a market pause around here. So that market pause will be the one that gave us a move to the upside and broke the trend line and all the resistance. So it means if the price comes back, I can look to buy and join the trend to the upside, knowing very well that those areas of the resistance that I was scared for, that I didn't want to fight, they have now been broken. That's why I'm now trying to join the wave to the upside. That's how you should do it. That's how you should do it. So make sure that you do smash and grab, smash and grab. So you mark your levels, and then if you are good at, you must be good at identifying those areas that have power. Those ones that are the price has higher chances of reacting from. Then when you do that, and again, make sure that you draw an accurate trend line. So drawing an accurate trend line and marking your areas, key areas accurately, these two concepts, they are going to make sure put you on a greater side, of coming up with good setups. So which is why I decided to say no. There are people that they are very they've been with on this channel for I don't know, for like ever since I started, and they are always saying that the thing is helpful. Then I'm like, okay, maybe if I can just take them on a mentorship, and then they will be able to interact on one-on-one sessions. We do group sessions to make sure that everyone in the group understands this concept and knows how to apply them correctly, so that even when I'm not there, they can still continue and come up with do the market analysis by themselves, which is what I want. I don't want you to depend on me, because if I was like, let me open a signal group and then you pay me, I'm telling you, you're going to pay me forever. But if I do this one where you are investing in yourself, you're investing in yourself, knowing very well that I pay this money so that I get taught, I get the knowledge, so that after that, when I apply it correctly, then I make my money back and even more. But with the signals, you can pay whatever amount, and then you make a certain amount. If I stop giving the signals, then what's going to happen to your trading? You see, it means it's gone down the drain just like that. But if I give you the tools and the skills and show you how to apply them, even when I'm no longer in the markets, you can still generate the income by yourself. You see? So, but it won't be easy, but that's what we are targeting. And I just want a small group, just so that I make sure that everyone that is in the group is getting the best value for their money. I don't want a big group where I won't even know who is who and how far is this one in terms of trading and stuff like that. I want to make sure that I know everyone in the group, so that I know who needs more attention than the rest. But at the end of the day, they will all be getting the same amount of sessions, one-on-one sessions, group sessions, and all this stuff. So that's what I've decided to do. So on gold here, we can conclude by saying it has hit the areas of resistance, which is, you're supposed to get trades from there, but it was on Friday. And I don't like trading on Friday, but that's a story for another day. So here, if the only time you can take trades to the upside is if the price goes up and breaks the trend line, and maybe take out this one as well, so that we don't have resistance. Then you can trade to the upside, because we have hit you have hit your daily support. You have hit your daily support, which is also and you can see that the bar that we formed on Friday is a pin bar on daily, and the pin bar is not just a pin bar in the middle of nowhere. It's a pin bar inside a significant level, which is a weekly support and daily support. And on weekly also, we saying we are inside the weekly support, but we are now worried because we hit the price, it went up, and it's testing this level for a third time now. So that's something that we need to be careful of. When you're taking trades, we need to keep that one in mind, because it's not a good sign. But the rest of the stuff, they're pointing up. But the only negative thing is that we made a lower low here, even though the lower low that we made didn't break the level, but we made a lower low nonetheless, which means now it brought it takes the opposing support or a resistance, it brings it here, which is what we didn't want. So that's the negative thing, the only negative thing. But nonetheless, we're inside the support, and the support, it has been tested 2 times before. That's also another negative thing. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. So that's what you can expect from this one, good people. And then yeah, I'll just go over Nasdaq as well, and maybe US 30. We haven't checked US 30 in a while. And what else? You'll just let me know what else I can go over tonight, so that at the end of the day, maybe we have like 3 or 4 items that we can monitor for this coming week. All right, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.